RAS flip, or in other words, why the girl that used to love you hates you. Listen up. Your brain has the capacity to focus on things. Make it a point to focus on the red cars. After a bit, you're going to notice red cars everywhere. And that happens because your brain has the hardware to completely focus on one thing. That is exactly what happens to a girl when she falls in love with you. When she falls in love with you, she has the capacity to ignore all your shortcomings and completely narrow in on what makes you great. So you meet a girl and you both have a great time and you get into a relationship and you're there for a few months and things are going great. She has you on a pedestal. You're really enjoying yourself, and one day you fuck up. Maybe you slip up over time and you become sloppy and you're not as much of a hard worker. You don't go out as much. There's no more girls trying to get your attention, and your girl slowly loses interest. Or maybe you do something drastic like maybe you are outside with her and you like somebody makes a compliment here and you don't react, whatever. You do something that is bitch made, and the girl, she instantly feels that her attraction is down, and you can instantly feel it in the air. And the next few days are hell because she does not cognitively understand what happened, but she has lost attraction and that shows in all her behavior. She stops texting you very much, she becomes so less interested in hanging out with you. Maybe she used to be the one that always tried to get your attention, always tried to get you to hang out with her, and she instantly stops. She wants to go out with her friends. And if you try to talk to her and tell her if something is wrong, whatever, she's going to say that nothing is wrong because she doesn't know that something is wrong cognitively. She just feels that she wants to do something else. She just feels that, well, we're going to hang out a different day, whatever. But you know that there's something very, very wrong. And as a man, you might think a bit more logically and think back to all the good times you had with her and make a calculation in your head that all these times are like this high, and that one incident is like very minor, and it does not make sense to you that she would fall out of love with you so fast. And maybe you try to make up with her, you have like a conversation and you try to get to what is wrong, and you try to improve on little things that she has asked for asked from you in the past. Maybe you try to arrange like a trip or you buy her presents. Do a bunch of small behaviors that in the past she said that she wanted when she was fully in love with you, and she did not really care about all those things. She said them, but at the end of the day, she showed with her actions how devoted and in love she was. And now that you try to do all those things, she does not give a fuck. She is as indifferent as she was when she lost attraction, even though you are trying 10x harder now. What has happened here is the exact same thing that happened with the red cars. Her brain started to focus from the good parts of you to the bad parts of you. And right now, whatever you do is going to feel wrong and like icky to her, and she's not going to find it attractive in any way. All the things that were cute about you now become just annoying. And the girl she's done. She's never going to feel any kind of love for you again. You have to accept that. Because this is how the human mind works. It does not do like a raw calculation of all the times that good things happened and all the times that bad things happen. It's like a streak. If you lose your streak, you lose. There's no going back to the streak because you lost one step. It's not. That's not how life works. That's not how games work. That's not how business works. If a company that is doing great for 30 years has 3 bad years and it becomes in debt and it goes bankrupt, nobody cares. Like, nobody's going to say that, oh, they had a good track record, let's give them a second chance. That's life. That's the exact same thing with girls. if she falls out of love with you, she's done. Her brain has flipped, her RAS has flipped. She's forever going to focus on the bad things about you, and there's no saving it. There's nothing you can do. And you have to understand that that's not atypical. This is how all humans work. They focus on one thing and one thing only. And if that thing is positive about you, they're going to have like a lot of respect or a lot of love for you. And if it's bad, they're going to hate you. This is exactly how a good impression, first impression works. I remember when I was at school, every time I graduated to the next year, for like 2, 3 weeks, I would do all my homework at the beginning of the year. I would throw my hand up in class and always participate a lot. And the teachers, like, they loved me for like 3 weeks. And after that, I used to do nothing. I did not study. I did not throw my hand up. I changed my seat from the front row to the back of the class. I always talked with my friends. And a magical thing happened that the teachers continued to like me because the first impression was so fucking strong that they could not get out of that route in their head where they loved me. They could only see the good things in me because of the great first impression I had done. Of course, if you do that long enough, you're going to lose the streak again. But where somebody's mind focuses, it's very hard to see anything else. So if you get to the point where the girl starts to focus on the negative things about you, it's not worth it trying to flip her mind again. Like maybe if you're 40 years old and you've been married for 20 years, maybe that's a different game and you really need to flip her back. But if you're like 20 years old and you've been with a girl for 6 months and you did fuck up and now she has flipped and she sees the negative in you, there's no point in trying. You have so many better things to do, so much money to be gotten, and so many more beautiful girls out there and muscles to grow and things to get done.